screen like I've always been there. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Rubber Duck Syndicate.
Welcome, my friends.
Welcome. The most interesting. Oh, they brought that back.
Yes, yeah.
Which is awesome. Folks, if you haven't seen it, there is a commercial series. I know we all don't like commercials all that much, but
But if you're gonna make a commercial, make it entertaining.
yeah, make it entertaining, make it worthwhile, make it so something that people remember and they actually like it and enjoy it and want to share it. Unlike other ones where, like we were talking about, I guess like other youth.
Someone has a very noisy scooter, bike,
I would say motorcycle.
lawnmower.
All the above. It doesn't sound that great. But anyways,
Shit, we're gonna have to restart this episode.
no, it's in there. Fuck it, keep it in there.
Cinéma, vérité.
Yes. What are some other memorable commercials for you, sir? That you're like, it comes on, you're like, oh yeah, this is good. I have one that comes to mind, and I think a lot of people know about it. Well, they don't. They're going to know now.
Let's see. There was one that was not directed to me because it was a Japanese commercial, I think, where they were selling. It was essentially like fruit by the foot type thing. It was like really long pieces of gum.
Yes.
And like every now and then, this guy would like walk onto the screen, and he was like the long gum man.
Okay.
And so he'd be pulling out this really long strip of gum, and like this woman was like just in awe of it. And this singer came on like a long man, and it was just so over the top dramatic. That is exactly what it sounded like. And then not only that, but this commercial had an extended series. It had like 5 or 6 commercials featuring this woman and this guy with the gum and this woman's like fiance, I think, and like she was just inevitably drawn toward the long gum guy, and the fiance was getting more and more dejected and brokenhearted and feeling self-conscious about it. And there's this whole just mini soap opera drama going on about freaking gum.
Yeah, I would not say just the Japanese, but also like some Chinese or Korean commercials are fucking impactful. But there's also ones that are slightly racist. I'm going to tell you about 2. One that was slightly racist, but the commercial that's in my mind that you probably could think of too. So this was maybe a Japanese commercial for toothpaste. Or it was like toothpaste, detergent, whatever it was. So it was a woman in an apartment.
It was detergent. I know this.
Yeah. She was, I guess, it looks like she was dating a black man. She was in the laundry room. The black man comes up and, hugs her, kisses her. And she pushes him into the washer. Hits the cycle, everything goes through, comes out, and is an Asian man afterwards. Essentially saying this person was dirty and you need to put him in the washer to clean him to get the correct thing that you want. So that is just a smidgen.
But there's at least different racism than our usual brand.
Yeah, the other racism, gets, people like me killed. So, yay, I guess.
And now the most you have to worry about is being pushed in a washer.
Yeah. Close that door. I don't want to get pushed in my washer.
But then you might have an Asian wife.
I don't want that.
Because you're racist.
No, because she has a vagine. That's why. I'm not racist. I just don't like vagines. And if you like
He's heterophobic.
I'm heterophobic. If I see a vagine, I'm slapping you out of the way. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, that's right where it would be, too.
Is it right stomach height, or is it right
you slapped up here,
maybe it's a very.
I don't know what anatomy you're imagining, or how tall, or what sort of furniture that this person is standing on.
It's a very tall woman who has a very high vagina. It's up there. I guess at mouth level, You just walk up and she just has it in your face. You get cancer that way, sir. Be careful.
Oh, Kirk Douglas.
Yes, folks. If you
It was
eat-
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, one of the Douglases. Be careful on eating so much vagina. I guess, if we can say that.
Well, you said vagine like 12 times. Now you're worried
Yeah.
about vagina.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure that
Vajayjay.
for JJ.
So yeah,
Wizard sleeve.
her vagina hang like sleeve of wizard. That line from Borat will just burst into my brain at the most inopportune moments.
Or the one they were saying earlier, the snooze.
Knee deep in sneeze.
Miz.
Yeah, we're going viral for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, well, let's go viral, people. We want to do this full time and just bring you all the whackness and charismatic.
And other euphemisms for
Yes.
female genitalia.
all of them. We want extra ones.
For educational purposes.
Yes, because we want to teach you about being a better lover.
Later on, we're going to do our rendition of the vagina monologues.
Oh, we already did that. That was a once in a lifetime thing that we performed at the Common Market, and that was that was only for us. Like, it will never be played again.
The vagina improvisations.
Yes. Back to the commercial that.
Before we get back to the commercial, we must fill in the blanks about Michael Douglas. Michael
Yes.
Douglas, somewhat famously, developed throat cancer later in life, and it was supposedly medically linked to the frequency with which he went down on his wife.
Yes. A Catherine Jones, I think.
I think it was kind of,
Yeah.
and he basically during the interview said I'm worth it.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry. I would get cancer again. So,
Yeah, we're not
full commitment there.
Yeah, we're not average, telling you to go out and actively try to get cancer. Cancer sucks. We all are aware of that. But if you were to get it and say, "Oh, I got throat cancer," you would see other dudes and they'd be like,
Yeah, you get most of the forms of cancer. It's like, oh yeah, you were playing with toxic waste. Yeah, you dumbass. But you get throat cancer. Oh yeah,
"Oh yeah,
my man
my man."
or my woman.
All right, that too. I really haven't. Well, I don't know too many famous lesbians out there that got throat cancer. So,
Well, I imagine it's not really a popular thing to announce medical diagnoses, especially if you're a celebrity.
true.
I mean, some people do it if they have good relationships with their fans, but I think a lot of celebrities, especially ones that aren't actively doing projects publicly right now, would probably just keep that shit in the family.
Probably so, but I think Michael Douglas just wanted to, show off. He's like, "Yeah, I got it." Yeah.
We're with you, Mike.
We're on the other commercial that I was talking about that is very memorable, that a lot of people should know, or, well, I guess depending on your age, is the milk commercial.
Oh, Got Milk?
Yeah, the Got Milk commercial.
Long series. Of
Yeah,
commercials.
this was about maybe 30 years ago at this point now, maybe 35 years ago. Yeah, we're old.
It's been that long, but yeah.
It's been a while. That was in the late 90s, I think, or maybe even earlier than that. If you're in the chat or watching this video, look up the Got Milk commercial where they are.
Amber.
Amber. Can you say that again? We can't hear. Amber. Amber. You're like, oh.
The Aaron Burr Got Milk commercial is a masterpiece of the ad form. I got to give him that one.
Oh, yeah, because that one has stuck around for a very long time, where it is etched in my brain of how kind of, I guess, sympathetic I feel for that person, at that time, because, he wanted to win this contest or whatever it was, and he knew the answer. They called him. He knew, but, he couldn't find any liquid that was around him that would help him eat this peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, peanut butter sandwich. And he lost. And I felt so bad for that guy. And it's been, 30 years.
It was a well done bit of commercial.
Yes, it was. but also not racist too. So hey, it's a win-win, I guess. But
I mean, apparently racism sells.
yeah, it can. All right.
It's like, yeah, I wish that were all a joke.
We kind of wish it were a joke, but unfortunately, that's the way of the world and how it operated for a number of years. You know, there is still racism out there. We haven't solved it just yet. We're trying our best, one podcast at a time, to try to solve racism.
We're here to save you.
Yeah, we're here to save you, but we're also here, and this is going to segue nicely. We're here to complain about stuff. Now, particularly Daniel.
I'm great at it. I have a gift.
He has a gift of complaining, but he has some valid complaints about some experiences that we've had recently. And he is going to go off, and I will be here for a sounding board for it. But mostly,
Give me an amen every now and then.
Yeah, it's just
I'll try and keep it brief and to the point.
Yes, but you have the floor, sir.
Okay. So, I have here 3 $15 gift cards, 2 $15 gift cards from Olive Garden.
I have 15 commandments.
10
commandments.
So I've had 3 Olive Garden gift cards that we attempted to use. We went to lunch at Olive Garden. Now, these are old gift cards. These are at least 10 years old because the back of it includes the phrase copyright 2015 Darden Concepts Incorporated. Darden Concepts being the owning group of Olive Garden and Red Lobster and
like some
several
other
others
places.
probably.
Yeah.
Which might also just be an abbreviation for Despicable People at Olive Garden.
True.
So that was Arden. Yeah. Anyway, these were, $15 is printed on there. So these were preloaded when they were bought. One of my family members gave these to me for Christmas a long time ago, either my brother or my parents. And according to the law passed during Obama's presidency, gift cards are not allowed to expire, because that was basically a racket that gift card companies and restaurants had been running for years. Was they would sell you gift cards, and then if you didn't use them fast enough, they would just cease to be of any value.
Yeah, most of the time within either 1 or 2 years. But typically, like if you get a gift card, like sometimes people use it immediately. Sometimes people hold on to it for like a big purchase, for like of some sort.
Sometimes people forget that you have it in a drawer somewhere for 10 years.
Yes.
Which is what happened with these. And we went to Olive Garden and had a very pleasant lunch.
Yes.
We met an individual that we struck up a conversation with, who then came and actually checked out our podcast and engaged with us. So hello, sir, and we will talk about Steven Seagal a little bit later for you today.
Yes, we will definitely get to that, but we're going to keep going with this.
So tried to pay with these, or at least use these to pay for some of the bill, and they didn't know what to do. They tried running them through the system several times, but apparently they're just not the right cards for their system. But we called the number on the back and talked with their support team, who informed me that they were never activated, which, I mean, they're preloaded. I don't know how they were never activated, but they don't have any record of it. So these were purchased 10 years ago. They said the only way that I could get these to work again, or get my money, or get someone's money back, would be if I went back to the original store where they were purchased, again, a decade ago, with the original receipt. Mm-hmm. Again, these were a gift. So, I mean, while I believe technically they were probably not doing anything illegal there.
Yeah.
All I can say is, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you, Olive Garden and Darden Restaurant Group, and we're never going back there again.
Yeah. I'm Olive Garden has never been one of my favorite places. Like, it
has its appeal, but it's it's kind of a universal. It's good enough.
It's good enough, but it's not really a place where you're like, I'm excited to go to Olive Garden. It's really one of those places where this person is visiting here. They have no taste buds. Where can we go?
Your white friend.
I have several white friends, and some of them have taste, like you, sir. But where you go to like other places, and you're like, hey, they're visiting out of town. I can't take them to any place that's local because of the local places they're not going to be comfortable with. let me do something that is familiar with them.
It's a great universal, like, where everyone can't decide where to go. Everybody can agree that Olive Garden is okay.
Yeah, like typically, like you'll think of like the big chains that are kind of like that, like Olive Garden, Red Lobster, TGI Fridays.
It's just Fridays now. They dropped the TGI.
Oh, I did not know that. So, or Fridays, other places that are just kind of big chains that you know of that are in.
Yeah. Out parcels at your local mega mall.
Yes. So, like all those places are fine, but it's not like it's never a place where you're like, oh, I'm excited to go to this place. Oh, we gotta talk about something too. I don't think we ever talked about it. Our half burgers that were stuck to the skillet.
Oh God, Applebee's.
Yes,
Applebee's.
This was maybe about a month and a half ago. We went to Applebee's, and we got there.
It was like I can't remember. It was like the queso surprise burger. It was some sort of like fancy named cheeseburger with like queso on it. The gimmick was they prepared a burger, and then they cut it in half and set the halves vertically on like a fajita skillet kind of plate. It was hot, and then they poured cheese sauce all over it.
Yes.
So it was a burger that you had to eat with a knife and fork. But even then, when we were trying to extract bits of it with a knife and fork, the presentation on this skillet had essentially used the cheese sauce and the burger itself to weld the entire burger to the plate.
It adhered to the skillet. So, because I think the idea was like, oh, it's cut in half so that you can pick up this half the burger, dip in the cheese sauce, and bite it, and continue doing that. But trying to do that, you couldn't because
you would just crumble the burger as you tried to lift it, or if you use a knife and fork. Even then, you could get the fork in and cut off a section, and then you got to pry it off of the plate.
Yeah, because you got to think like, oh, this is bread on a hot surface with other liquid. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to stick to it. They didn't really fully think that out, and I don't think it's still there. I'm not sure.
It might be. In their defense, it was tasty,
but
it was a phenomenal effort required to eat a cheeseburger fajita.
Yes, we will always try to find the good in something bad, but we will also tell you about that bad thing, such as Olive Garden, where we didn't like our experience there, and the whole ordeal going through there. Like, yes, I know some people will be in the comments like, you should have checked the balance before you left. He had these gift cards for years.
I did check the balance before I left 10 years ago.
Yeah, and because it was a gift to you, so you assume like, hey, why would they just give me empty gift cards?
Yeah, and there will be people. Well, probably be people in the comments explaining that the reason that the restaurants do that is because people can just take these gift cards, from like Target or something like that,
yes,
and not activate them and try to pass them off. But that is not what happened here. These were active gift cards 10 years ago, I know, and they just don't have a record in there because they did not migrate their records properly or something over the last decade when they switched to their new gift card system, I guess.
Yeah, it was a failure, but it was so much a failure for the gift cards, but also for that particular Olive Garden because like management didn't try to really do anything.
Yeah, this is in most restaurants. In my experience, the manager would at least try to make some concession for this, but we got nothing from the manager. Like, manager was very polite and courteous, and our waiter, who we did tip properly, she was also an excellent waiter and took care of us. So the experience itself, up until the paying process, was great.
Which the paying process is pain in the ass too. Stop having the little computer
kiosk things at the desk, at the table.
Yeah, stop having that there. Yeah, we understand that maybe some people don't want to interact with the server all that much and just want to pay and go. Fine. That thing is more complicated or more. It is not as useful as you think.
Yeah, if you have technology like that you're relying on, make sure it works and make sure that it's easy to use. In this case, we ordered our food from a waitress who came up and greeted us. Mm-hmm. So we were already having, a personal conversation with a human being.
Yes.
And that was how our meal started and how it was supported during the entire process. So she brought us refills and brought us, breadsticks and salad and all that stuff. So yeah, we had this rapport going already. And then at the end, we have a kiosk where we are required to pay like we're in the game Tron or something.
Yeah, and they also have mini games on there. They're like, oh,
Which you have to pay for.
yeah, you want to distract your kid while you're here at Olive Garden? Pay an extra $2 to $3 so they can play this game. Because, you don't teach your kids human interaction and how to, sit kind of, not quietly, but sit in a restaurant to just focus on this. But, we'll move on.
Your kids are awful is what we're saying.
A little bit. But we'll move on to our next complaint because you got something else.
Yeah, this one is less about corporate malfeasance and more about just, like, shady marketing. So this is something I got from Jersey Mike's, where they handed these out with me the last time I got something there. They said, here, it's a coupon for $1 off. I was like, oh, cool, I like that $1 off. It says, donate $1 and get $1 off any regular sub. So what this is it's basically asking, like, you don't actually get $1 off if you donate $1 to get $1. Mm-hmm. But this is asking us to donate via Jersey Mike's to whatever charity this is, which I can't even read because I don't have my glasses.
I think it's like St. Jude's. Probably.
Yeah, so it's like, no slight against the charity, but this is Jersey, and this happens not just at Jersey Mike's, but at grocery stores and any place where they ask you to round up for charity. Yeah, the charity gets some of that money, maybe all of that money, but more importantly, the corporation that is asking you to round up or donate for something like that. They get a tremendous tax boost because they are the ones actually giving the money to the charity. They are basically tricking you to help their taxes, and so there's no real way to correct this system that I can think of that doesn't short the charities, because the technically it is a fundraising source for charities. So for that, good on you, massive mega corporations. But the fact that you're doing it as a sneaky way to avoid paying taxes just means that it just highlights that everything is screwed up everywhere here.
Yeah, and it's so fun just being, well, folks, we want to acknowledge, and we've done it before, it's terrible everywhere. And if you're thinking like, oh yeah, it's great right now, okay, I'm glad it's great for you. But talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to other people that are out there. It's not so pleasant. It's not, it's not great for everyone. But doing something like that, we're like, oh, yes, we understand that. Like, charities help people out. Yeah. They get people clothes. They get people food. They do a lot of different things.
But this one is trying to trick people.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, donate here. Well, donate in our name so we can get the tax write-off.
What they're saying is, we're going to donate $1 of your purchase price, but we want you to feel like we're doing you a favor for it.
Yeah, it's.
So again, charities do get the money. Mm-hmm. So this complaint is only half-hearted. It's shady, but ultimately good for the charities. I just wish that we didn't have to do begging and fundraising for charities that are doing good works.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate because this is the best route for them, because they're like, oh, instead of this charity going door to door, asking people in public, they're like, oh, you are already here. Why not donate for St. Jude's for this? And you're like, oh, you know what? Hey, I have an extra $1 or $2. Let me donate to St. Jude's or Roundup or do whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah, if you are the kind of person that can remember that you do want to support a charity and can have the what's the word I'm looking for? The
money.
No, the memory and the wherewithal to to remember to chip in $1 or $2 directly to a charity or whatever.
Wherewithal.
Yeah, it's like a regular withal, but at a full moon.
He's an English major, folks.
Yes, and if you are the kind of person that can remember to do that, pay the charity directly. That's great, and even if you so choose or get to a certain amount of donation, you get your tax break. But if you want to support the charity,
do it locally.
Yeah,
like there are so many ones that are local to you that you can easily walk to, drive to, or like they may have a mail-in factor, or you go to the website. They're like, Yeah, I want to donate to my local charity that is here in, let's just say like Chandler, Arizona. Cool. If you want to donate to like the dog or animal shelter there, cool. Go directly to their website, drop $10. They get extra food and like toys for the animals there. Look locally, folks. Like that is the best way of going about it.
Yeah. So you get credit for wanting to help charities, but it's like your karma gets canceled out because you're helping a mega corporation, slide by on taxes.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, speaking of shady stuff and charities/animal shelters, I just read recently, and this was just something that I read in the Charlotte Reddit, so I don't have primary source information on this, but supposedly the airport authority has just started knocking down a bunch of trees that have been surrounding one of Charlotte's animal shelters. And they had been using that wooded space, as like a therapy space to walk the animals and things like that.
Yeah.
And there's apparently not much of a reason, like they're knocking down the trees because at some point they want to have that zone for something else in the far future. And so there is an online petition for trying to stop the knocking down of trees for very little reason. Now, maybe there's a great reason for it. Maybe the trees are evil. Yes. I don't know, but. Look it up, and maybe we'll have a link in the description for this, so that we can figure out if it's true or not, and support, or maybe you hate trees. So,
so either myself or Daniel, who does the editing, will put it here at any given point, so we know kind of the spot to do that. So we'll know.
But if we put it here, they can't click on it, right?
Well, they'll look
or
at it.
Maybe YouTube can do that. I don't know, but yeah, we'll make it available to you with some of our technological prowess that we will certainly have by the time this video airs.
Hopefully. But speaking of video, somebody recommended a video. I guess my friend Joel probably recommended it. Also his partner Gabriel. Click on that because it should go to YouTube.
Oh, I've seen this. This is fantastic. Here comes the dance. We're going to have to splice this in, right?
Yeah, we're going to have to splice it. We'll put a link for this video, or probably download it and have it playing right here.
Yeah, we'll fit it in. Okay.
And the moves, just... Yeah.
Again, God bless Japan.
Thank you to my friends for giving me that link so that we can watch it here on the Rubber Duck Syndicate and talk about it. Because there are so many amazing things out there that we have not witnessed before or haven't seen in a while. There was something you sent me a couple of weeks ago. I forgot what
we sent each other a lot of links.
Yeah, we send each other a lot of different shit. Because guess what? We like each other and we hang out outside of this podcast.
And we apparently share like two halves of one brain. So, it's like, we'll get a kick out of this.
Yes. But yeah, we will refer to a lot of different things that we've seen or talked about or whatever it may be. So that diarrhea thing was... I have not seen that in a very long time.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too. But the idea is it's a little bit sexist, but it's sound. If you want people to pay attention to something educational, put fit women in scanty clothing.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I mean that will definitely be memorable. We're never going to forget that.
And we're not going to forget diarrhea, but we're also not going to forget...
Speaking of diarrhea...
Yes! You saw Jim!
Steven Seagal!
Okay. Because we want to talk about it because I believe we probably talked about him briefly before, and only for a little bit. But with Steven Skull, he is a very, I'll say, interesting person. Because Steven Seagal is not only a master of whatever martial arts that he says he is. We say that loosely.
Yeah, we will acknowledge that he claims to be a master of certain martial arts.
Yes, and
which is, I think, Aikido.
possibly Aikido, but they also fling themselves to. There are plenty of videos where you see with them, like he'll start attacking them. Like, here, I'm going to attack you. Ah! They'll fly back.
Or the slap fighting.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. We're in a Steven Seagal movie right now.
yeah. It's called Time to
Duh.
Expend. And like not time, like because I think like they like somebody broke down.
Yeah,
where,
they're very frequently just these like 3-word titles.
Yeah.
You know, hard to kill.
yeah, time to die.
Yeah.
Revenge served cold.
Yeah,
whatever.
they're all like you could very easily. I'm sure someone has probably done this as coded like a Steven Seagal script and movie name generator.
Yeah, typically I think an AI would do that. But getting back to Steven Seagal at heart, so yes, we know that like he learned some kind of martial arts. I'm still not going to fight him. I don't want to. I have too much love for my heart.
I don't want to travel to whatever Eastern European country he's holed up in right now.
Yeah. But the fact of, like, yes, he knows, I guess, so many different martial arts. He'll say, like, he knows, like, 80 of them. We don't know the exact number. But what I'm more fascinated about is his lineage. He is essentially every race ever made.
Where he has claimed to be descended from everyone. So yeah, he's got, somewhere in his bloodline is like, Cherokee, Japanese, Italian, Greek.
Yeah, you said like part of his like ancestry was like Scottish. He threw a little bit of African in there too at some point. And he's thrown everything in there. So he's just a like hodgepodge of just all races, and that's just made Steven Seagal. And
he is the worst of all of us.
Yeah, someone actually broke it down of his interviews of him saying whatever thing it was, because apparently, his great grandmother on his mother's side was full blown Native American, and his great father on his father's side was Japanese. So he's got all these different things going on to essentially make him, and it just seems so weird because
I'm not sure where we're going with this.
I don't know. I'm just talking about Steven Seagal because I'll say this, and it's gonna feel a little bit weird, but I'm pretty sure, like, say with your lineage, you can kind of break down where you're like, oh, my family came from this and descended from, wherever this is. You may know.
We come from Lesotho.
Okay, cool. You come from Lesotho. But unfortunately for me, yeah, well, Daniel's trying to get me to laugh. I was not going to laugh at it.
But you're holding back the smile, so I'll take that.
Yeah, because my Bell's palsy.
If it weren't for the medical thing, you would totally be laughing.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, if I didn't have medical issues, I would totally be laughing my ass off. But I'm pretty sure that maybe you have, like, say, maybe a good amount of knowledge of, like, where your lineage came from. Unfortunately, and someone said this on another podcast, unfortunately for, like, say, African Americans, we can't really know exactly, like, yeah, Africa, where? But
the middle somewhere.
Yeah, just like somewhere where the brown people are. That's all Africa. Yeah. But somebody broke it down. My dad was able to, before he passed, get, I guess, records of like the lineage. Not going back to Africa, but
as far back as possible.
Yeah, to the point of purchase. So he went back all the way to the point of purchase. The slave owner, last name Mahan, purchased a black woman, had a kid with that black woman, had a son, I guess they classify as Milano, and then just kind of went down from there. I forget how many greats it goes back, but I don't have that. My dad had like a little printout for it showing it, but I don't have that on me. But I did find out to the point of purchase and be like, oh yeah, there is like some white in my bloodline. But also that is, I guess, probably a majority of African Americans that are in the United States, especially people who has the last name Jefferson, because, you know, yeah, Jefferson was out there just beating all them guts. He's like, yeah, let me get in there. Because right here, right? He was getting
apparently that's where the vagina is.
Yeah, because, well, maybe they were on a platform or something like that. He was just...
Don't know where to go with this one, oh. So, speaking of Steven Seagal.
Yeah, apparently he shit his pants.
Yeah, so 3 details about Steven Seagal. Now, this one is one that is... You have to say is alleged because there's no documentary footage of this, but it is widely believed to be true. As opposed to there's a guy, Gene LaBelle, who is I think a martial arts specialist or something. Maybe he was consulting on one of Seagal's movies.
Yeah, most likely he's probably like a specialist or a maybe a choreographer, like a martial arts choreographer.
Yeah, and so supposedly Seagal had made the claim that he was immune to being choked. So it's like chokeholds had no effect on him. And so Gene LaBelle, exploring this claim, put him in a chokehold, and he lost consciousness and shot himself. Allegedly. But, everything you learn about Steven Seagal makes it seem more and more like this is probably what happened.
It really does. And it also makes him seem like just a mythical person out there, because he's just out there traveling the world, actively making movies. Not that anyone really sees them, but he's out there doing it.
I'm pretty sure they're tax dodges for somebody.
Possibly, and making him in whatever country that he's living in right now, because I don't think he's in the U.S. anymore.
I think he is in like Romania or someplace. Like he has basically fled for tax purposes, I think, or maybe he's wanted for something else.
Possibly. There's a lot of people out there who are.
If, like us, you enjoy hating Steven Seagal, I would like to recommend you check out a YouTube channel called Space Ice. We'll put a link in the description. It is hilariously critical of Steven Seagal in its faux movie review sort of style. So if you like honest trailers and really hate Steven Seagal, Space Ice is the way to go. Let's see. Well, I had a third thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, the fucking song. Steven Seagal.
My goodness.
Steven Seagal dropped an album.
This
is like in the 90s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Among other tracks, there is a track where he sings this supposedly like reggae song.
Yeah.
And he puts on this, frankly, atrocious Jamaican accent. And
he's part Jamaican, sir.
Yeah, he's easily, 3/5 Jamaican. That was not a 3/5 compromise joke, sir. Don't give me that look.
Then why'd you say 3/5?
I was trying to pick a fraction that could not possibly be genetically true.
And you picked the fucking wrong fraction. You're like, 3/5. I'm like, okay, my God.
Did you know that math can be racist? The more you know. Anyway, he uses this atrocious fake Jamaican accent and throws in all kinds of references to how much he loves punani.
Yes.
And I think we might even include a little excerpt from the song at the end of this video, just because it is so fantastically out of touch and awful.
Yeah, we're definitely
It is something that only a white action star from the 90s could possibly think was appropriate.
Yeah, and he apparently got away with it because it wasn't just him. He featured another artist on there, I believe.
Is it R. Kelly?
No. Oh. It was not R. Kelly.
But you would buy that album, wouldn't you?
I've got 3 copies of it. I got the limited edition special press is still wet from piss.
Oh, God. Quick, finish whatever you're talking about before we segue into something worse.
No, it can't get any worse because we'll put that, like, one of us will put that, like, a little piece of that song at the end of this video so that you know how just obscure that is, that he's, you know, having a Jamaican accent, rapping over these songs. But, like, the other artist was a Jamaican artist or, Jamaican or reggae artist.
Snow! No, it wasn't Snow. But that was a callback to a previous episode. So if you've been following along, thank you for enduring this for such a long time. We really appreciate it.
No, we actually really do, because over most platforms, I believe, we don't have huge numbers. We're relatively small yet. We don't have huge numbers yet. But, keep watching, share with others. Tell your friends or your family, be like, hey, you want to watch like 2 4-year-olds complain about like Olive Garden? We got you covered.
That's Thanksgiving dinner for most of us.
Yes, it is. But across like many platforms, we got.
I shit my pants in the middle of Aldi. I only went in to get some fucking Garibaldi. A big hot log right next to the pasta. I've been banned from Aldi, so I'll have to go to Asda. I shit my pants in the middle of Aldi. I only went in to get some fucking Garibaldi. A big hot log right next to the pasta. I've been banned from Aldi, so I'll have to go to Asda. I shit my pants in the middle of Aldi.
I'm sorry to our audio only folks. That was not planned.
Why is that on your phone?
Maybe I heard about the diarrhea earlier. And it
Just take us out. I'm done.
I don't know what button it is.
Just click the mouse.
Bye, folks.
Me want the body if you make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
Me want the bananas if you make me nice.
Me want the body, him want the punani. I mean know it nice. So
When the girls start to strut, you could look at their butt, you shouldn't do that. The girl dress is just as pretty, not just there to cover her kitty.